Hi, this is me at Get Real. My phone is making weird eBay sounds. This lady's gonna buy this torn dress or this torn shirt. I was wearing the shirt when I was heavier, and when I went to put it up for sale and take all the pictures, I didn't realize that the sleeve was completely ripped off. And I'm like, how the heck did that happen? She just paid. I want to write her a note that she can return it. I'll do a handwritten. I'll say, if you have any problems, I'll issue a refund or something. So my online dating, both of the websites were getting a lot of views and a lot of favorites and likes. And now, like, one of them, like, they completely, like, dropped, like, big time. I was like, oh my God. But I'm gonna keep, it's been about a week. I'm gonna keep my accounts open for this amount of time because there's different seasons and, stuff. Like, there's different seasons and different things that people are looking for. Like, I'm not an expert. And so I'm just like, I don't know. Today is a different day. Tomorrow's a different day. So for right now, I'm not going to shut down the account. Um, I got a little disappointed thinking that I'm going to meet somebody, and then the people that like are more interested are kind of like creepy looking and acting, or they look like. So there's this one guy who's my age, and he's only looking for people our age and like 25, 28 years older. And I was like, did I do the math right? Yeah. I'm like 27, like 30 years older than him. And I'm like, do these people, so I'm going to go to one of the sites. I'm like, do these people really, I don't know. Okay. I hate to judge and profile somebody. Is this guy looking for a sugar mama? Is this guy looking to see someone has a job? Is this guy looking for somebody who's more mature? Like there's cougar people, or like, and then like there could be younger guys that really, it's none of my business, that really do enjoy older women for whatever reason. But the first thought was like, oh my God, he's looking for a sugar mama. And there's another guy that I have no idea why I liked. Maybe it's because I don't know, I saw this message. Maybe that's why I did like, so I could read the message. If you don't, you can't read the message. So I get this message a little while ago. It's like, hello, sister, or something. It said sister with the art, but I was like, what? I ain't trust. I was like freaking out. And it's like, let's see if our energies connect. And I was like, wait. Let's go back and read. Let's go back and read this guy's, like, people think I'm a little woo woo, but I'm not really like, and I think this guy is smoking, drinking, drugging has not been filled out, so that makes me think. Like when I first started, I would have not, especially if I was doing mobile, I would not have filled out stuff because I didn't see it. But I feel like, I don't know, like I have to be real careful with, like I'm really grateful that people are honest, but I gotta be real careful about who's like totally stoned out of their minds. Um, I am not. If people want to do what they want to do, I've done plenty of stuff in my past, but I'm trying to keep that in my past. So if I hang out with plenty of hang out with plenty of young people, and these young people are like um, doing the culture thing, especially in this town where stuff, or the state, most of the state, there's a couple of counties I think are dry, where things are, my favors have gone down so, like, bad. It's so sad. I had like a list of favorites and I disappeared. Um, I have like three disappeared. I'm so sad. I undid all my favorites too. So I'm like, nobody's talking. There's no conversation. There's no anything right now. Okay, so this I think is searching by nearest. It's not nearest. Let's say recently active. There's like 1,771 results. Really? I don't have time for that. So this website, we're just gonna go to 3 different. Let's do an experiment. Let's click on. So this one, they can see if you see your profile, and you can choose the favorite. Let's pick on 3 guys. That are exactly 10 years older than me. If I can find that, if not, I'll have to stretch because I don't like to keep clicking on the same people. This one is looking for very, very beautiful women, and I don't consider myself, and I completely cover my face and eyes when I put my profile pic up. And I'm going to do another one. I don't see anyone 10 years older than me. So we'll scroll through it. There's 1,500. Alright, let me click on this one. So they are going to be able to see. So this experiment, they're going to be able to see what. Oh crap. Okay. If they say they're married, I'm not gonna do anything. So I'm going to back up out of there. Back up out of there. Okay. Here's another, and it doesn't matter whether they're like chubby or whatever. This guy, all he has a picture of his chin. Really? So this guy is Asian. He has no picture. Hold on, it's got a bunch of, not letters, whatever you call them, acronyms. Oh, that's just BS. This guy retired. Likes Netflix. I've never watched Netflix. I don't understand. Alright, so let's like this one. I asked some other guy for a picture to unlock a picture, and he ignored it. I have to be careful when I click on something or like it, because then I might attract someone that I'm like, I'm not really interested in. I'm just like wasting both of our time. Because for me, like, someone clicks me and I'm like, oh, they're cute, and then it's kind of like, this person's an extra year older. You guys want to try it? I just don't like clicking on the same people. It doesn't matter, you know. A lot of these people, like I said, if it's, oh God, married, back up out of there. That's just me. I'm like, no. Right, now which one did I? It's like, you don't know if your person is in an open relationship, or if they're like literally sneaking. Some people do say open relationship. Yeah, this is what I told myself on Wednesday. Like, if there's any red flags, don't even. This one says turned off. I just gotta read it. This is an extra 10, so this is almost like 20 years. Why does it say turned off? Does that mean that they're not? Turned off seems like weird. But yeah, these people are looking for very beautiful people. So I'll probably go in tomorrow or like tonight and like undo these likes, because I don't want no trouble, man. Double negative. No, I don't. I don't know. I don't know. I don't. Let's triple negative it. I don't want no trouble. I don't want no trouble. Alright, so let's see. I was looking for my. I think that guy unfavored me. I don't think he favored me at all. This guy has way too much muscle, and it's just weirding me out. A lot of these people are like a lot younger than me, and I don't think they're looking for older women. Or I'm not even gonna. I'm not even going to. This is a really bad experiment. See if there's any of my age. This one's 1 more year older. So um, I'm only looking at ages, and I don't remember which one I was looking at. This one. I don't remember anything right now. So these people, eh, they're looking for brains, but I think I have too much brain. Like, I mean, I'm not trying to say. I just think I overwhelm people, and my mind thinks a mile a minute, and I think it overwhelms people. This person's looking for a certain. What is the word? I'm not gonna favor that one. I should unfavor that other one. I'm gonna unfavor that other one. I think the other person is ignoring my messages. So I'm not going to put all my eggs in the same basket. For real, guys. For real. This is making me feel like so mad. This guy is totally ignoring my messages. There's a way I can tell. I'm done. You know what I do when I get mad? I'm just like, I'm going to unfriend you. If you unfriend or do something, you can just stop all messages, and then you're like, oh wait, did I mean to do that? I'm looking for the age. I feel like I'm gonna throw up. Like, I literally feel like I'm gonna puke. This guy is my age. I don't know if I click on it. There's one that's 10 years older than me. No strings attached. Um, no. Some of these acronyms I don't understand. I have a bad feeling. This guy is looking for a physical relationship. I have a bad feeling. Do you ever get that? Like, you're like, ah, crap. I'm like, oh crap. One of these said over 35 only. I don't know where it went. You ever get this feeling like you see something, the elephant in the room, and you're like, nah, bro, that's cool, that's cool. person that says open relationship. Alright, so let's do one more page. I don't want to just like point and random do it. I think that this guy 2 days ago that I liked did that where they hid their online status. So I'm getting like um pretty suspicious. Pretty suspicious. I'm like literally. I'm like this is going nowhere. Nope. Alright, so I'm gonna log off because I don't want to deal with it right now. I'm gonna log off that one. So I'm gonna tell myself right now, like somebody I didn't know yesterday, like I only did like one or two. It was like, are you from here? Like a couple, like hello, are you from here? Blah blah blah. And I said something about where I was from, and they were talking about peeing outside, and I was like, oh, who cares? I'm not gonna respond. I like this other person. I'm like, I've never met any of these people in person, so I'm like, even if I think I like somebody, they don't always like me. There's a reason that I've been single for so long. This one person here has really, really bad language skills. I'm not gonna read the message, but I'm not getting responded by this other guy, and I'm trying to keep the thing going, and I'm just like, I'm gonna be done. Like, I did this last week because I got obsessed, and I just said it's done. Like, if they have my number, if I was like that overwhelmed to have my number, that's one thing. If they wrote it down and then I disappear or whatever, um, if I like them and they I don't know, like we don't meet up or you don't even decide to do anything by phone, then I'm like, this is going nowhere. So that's what I'm doing right now. This guy is weird. I hope that this guy is not a perv when I put my kids' names. Alright, let's see what this guy's profile is. This is the pee outside guy, and I'm like, whatever. It's not my type, really. As far as I know, he has a decent job. Not much taller than me. Let's see. The pictures, they're either just funny looking and or chubby. Like, I don't like the pictures with too many hats and freaking sunglasses, but, I mean, this one, it's like, is that his real hair color? I think this guy just have his I don't mind. I'm just saying. I can't tell from the picture. Really. It's like, but then there's selfies, and I see how bad my selfies are. So what was I going to tell you guys about this one? No smoking, no drugs, drink socially. I was going to tell you something about this one. This one, they talk about short, long-term dating and new friends, and then what you're looking for or when to message at the bottom. I look at those things. Oh, no, I don't know. Oh, age, that's what I was going to look at. Okay, age is 45. And they live out in the country. Okay, this person is 41. Their English is really bad. I don't know why. What you online here for and you really single? That's really bad. There's some people said that there was people from these different countries that were trying to swindle women out of their money. So they're like, be careful about that. I think this guy is one to go. He spelled relationship wrong. He wants to live with the woman. So he's looking for 41 to 78. And in the picture, he's feeding it. There's a lot of pictures of guys feeding elephants or playing with elephants, baby elephants or whatever. This looks like this guy has too many muscles and too many tats. He looks like he's in a different country. Probably is in the picture. I'm gonna respond. I have a bad feeling about this guy. Sorry, I just ate some. I have a bad feeling about this. I'm gonna do background. Looking to meet others. I am really single. Okay, sent. So I'm gonna log off this site too, so I can tell that other person is ignoring my message. And I'm not gonna like, I have this habit of pouring my heart out to strangers. And it's one of those people that says that they were really busy. Sorry, I'm really busy. But it's kind of like with my cousin, my mom's cousin, was like, I can see you on Facebook, but I got a list like 50, like literally 50 something things on eBay. They're like, I can tell you're on Facebook. You need to call me right now. And I was like studying for an exam. But you have a computer and you have a cell phone. And it's like back then when I used Facebook, it's like you were logged on like all the time. Like you could say, oh my god, I have this really hard like pathology test tomorrow and I'm just starting studying. You could have Facebook on in the background and not even care that it's on. Like you could have YouTube videos playing with the sound off, or like not even like someone sees you're active. It's like I'm not necessarily using the site, but I'm pretty sure that this person that I like the most is ignoring me. Um, I'm gonna cry. I form an emotional bond really fast, especially if they say they want to meet up with me, and then it's like they don't exchange like personal information or anything like that. So it makes me feel like they're just like all of us out here. You have an opportunity to meet thousands of people. Like like you're probably messaging all these, say, oh maybe this one's better than this one. Oh that one's not responding. Maybe it's So you're going through this whole thing, and especially if you make an effort to hide yourself. So I want to get a selfie and some clothes and go right here. Maybe that dress is behind the door. I wanted like, oh shoot, I would have to put the camera here, set the timer. I was like, wait, how would I do that? I have a mirror. I can put the mirror at the chair. That might not be a good idea. Anyways, I want like more, like nobody could see what the rest of my body looks like, and I was like, oh well, maybe like that's for me to know and you to find out. So I'm like, this has happened each week. I had a favorite, like a super favorite, like God, may I be blessed with this person that looks perfect. And then once last week and once this week, I feel like I'm being gypped and I'm really sad. And um and I'm like, they disappeared. And it's like a couple of days go by, you kind of nudge, and they're like, "Oh yeah, yeah, everything's cool," and then you're like, "Yeah, right." Like they're like, if they really like, even like I'm one of the busiest people, and I was like, you didn't even find time to be like at work, like, "Oh, I'm going to bathroom break," but before I leave the room, let me check real fast, and you have time to message somebody super fast, like anybody in first thing in the morning, last thing at night, you can do stuff. Um, Even when we were delivering babies, and you're like have your hands in a birth tub, you still have the time after the baby's born to take a breather. And like the couple, what we did was wrap everybody up, make sure everybody's still breathing and has a heartbeat. If not, which happens, you just and make sure they're not bleeding out. They need to keep their blood inside their body. You just fix it. Since I'm a physician, you fix that, and then you go and wrap them up, bundle them up, feed everybody, and um, make sure that they're make sure that they're sorry, like warm fed, and let them bond, the family bond, and go out chill. I like saying I know I've been like super busy where you're literally like at school all day. Like you could be out of birth all night in the hospital, and then you wake up, you go to sleep for 2 hours, take your kids to school, go to your school from 7:30 a.m. to 8 at night, or like 7:30 to 4, then work from like 4 to 8, or do clinic from 4 to 8, and then get called to another birth, and you have everything in your car in your bag, and you're like up all night at that birth. Like I still found time to do stuff, like literally, and I still had to maintain a schedule because you don't get the day off. The next day you got to go work, and if you're working student, business owner, parent, if you even have a regular day off, you're still catching up on stuff. So that's where I am. I have to make that point that to try to keep in touch, but they're not really serious. And then it's like my heart breaks, and I'm like, oh man, they don't really like me. And um, I've done some days where I didn't want to respond to people, or how do you say this? I'm like, there's kind of a red flag there, and so I just feel like it's like that whole like rejection though, like you want to reject somebody else, you see a red flag, but then they like want to reject me, and then it's like it goes back and forth. So that's like the mind stuff that's going on right now that I don't like. It's like really sad. Like I told my daughter I was already like hyper or like restless, and I'm really mad about it. Um, I haven't. I had like 2 days that I was home, and last month, and I think I was working outside the house the rest of the time. I probably should have gone to one of these new noon groups down the street. But it's freaking cold, dark, rainy. This is the regular. Oh, that tree's almost lost all of its leaves. It was so bright last week. So I'm gonna watch a YouTube video, and I'll probably get some tea. I got some lemonade. I'll probably get some tea so that I can warm my hands up and stuff. And I'll get in the shower. I was maybe gonna like wait till later on tonight, but I'm freezing. I need to warm my hands and feet. It's really cold. The windows open out there, and it was like 53. I left work with the sweater on, and I was like freezing in the car. It finally got warm when I got home. So I feel really like rejected. I feel like if you think somebody's a match, why don't they like it's my day off. I'm like, come on, let's do something. Like this person says they have the weekends off, and I've known them, and now they're not trying to meet up with me and all this stuff. So I'm like thinking in my mind, I don't know. I don't know what I'm thinking. I'm just thinking in my mind that it's like I feel like the insanity of trying to meet somebody in public, over the years has never happened, like outside in public in clubs and churches Because, people that know people, getting invited to parties, people have single cousins and stuff that are at the party. Like, I never ever met anybody that liked me, and then I think that was insane, and I think there's hope, and then it's like I get online and say, well, this is different, there's got to be some interest, and then everything like fades away, and there's no more interest, and then I'm like so embarrassed. I'm so embarrassed right now because I feel like defeated. But I'm like, that's insanity too, to keep having all this hope and think that if I change something, it'll be different. So I have to go. One of the pastors of our old church, I said, I'm going to medical school and I'm doing the prereqs. She says, no, you're not. People like you don't go to medical school. And she was from Germany. She goes, in my country, people have to know for many years and prepare for medical school. People like you don't do that. I know for myself, since I was a little kid, I wanted to be a doctor. And I went from that to junior high when they talk about if you want to go to college, these are the prereqs, or sorry, these are the college bound courses you need, the math and that whatever other things like science classes that you need to enroll in college, grade point average, talking to your advisor or whatever, counselor. And then when I guess it was in high school, they'd have Friday or something in the band room, they'd have like orientation for seniors or whatever, first thing in the morning, to like talk about, oh, sign up, we're going to do this thing today where you go to do a classroom. So I don't know, I think I went to a classroom of a podiatrist. Like they have like career. It was like, oh, I want to be a podiatrist. They make more money. He's a doctor, blah, blah, blah. But I was like, I'm not in it for the money. Like I was going to be an MD podiatrist. Like I'm not in it for the money. So, I think it's the same thing. It's always looked at as different. It's like, anyways. So then I went and told myself that I was going to do medicine and get good grades. And I struggled through some classes and went to college. Did the applications maybe sophomore year. Probably got accepted junior year. Did the SATs and ACT. And I ended up, um, I ended up like, oh, I ended up like, I don't remember the point of this conversation. Anyways, I was talking about, I have no idea. I just looked at the TV and it's a commercial and I totally zoned out. You know what happened? I just got mad because I let myself get really clingy with strangers that are playing the field and they're not in a committed relationship and they don't even know me and I don't know them. The red flag with this other guy is that he looks like he's looking for a sugar mama. The red flag with this other guy, that one I'm talking about, the one that was feeding the elephant, that one was shady as heck. Um, the other one, the other ones are. I got a item that's sold. Might as well go now. I think I should get out of the house and just be myself. Um, I told myself, oh yeah, the pastor. So I did all the things that I was supposed to do before, like 20 years before I meet this lady. Mm-hmm. And I call this white lady, this blonde lady, who is a MD, and I tell her, oh my God, I'm crying. I need someone to talk to. I am. I've been going to school. So the thing is, I went to undergrad studying science and taking the classes that I needed to be a doctor to get to medical school, right? I didn't even have a counselor. Nobody knew I was doing pre-med. I don't even know how I knew. I didn't know anything. I don't know. Obviously, I didn't take chem and physics, or OChem, sorry. Those are the only two classes I really needed after my first undergrad. Um, OChem and chemistry, or OChem, psychology, and physics. I only needed, like, from my school, like, one physics class, I think. They always change it, like, every time. Every year it'd be, like, two classes. This class, you can take this class, or you can take the intro class, or you have to take the math-based class. Like, they would always change it. Um, so I did everything, but then my mom and my mother-in-law died. I got married, had kids, took 3 years off. When my mom was sick, I missed the test, so they failed me, even though I should have at least got a C. And my internship I never got because my counselor advisor said he refused to give someone like me an internship. And it was an agriculture school, so everybody was predominantly white, and I was really surprised. It was probably 100% white except for me. I was really surprised to get a letter one day talking about minorities in the School of Agriculture. I'm like, that's changed since that. They have a program trying to recruit people, and they realize, oh, it looks bad for public institutions, like schools and businesses, corporations. I was reading some stuff for my job, for management position, and it talked about getting a compliance inspection to see if there's diversity in these corporations and institutions. I was like, oh, like there's like a law. There's like a law, but it doesn't really mean much. You go into where I live, so I'm like, I like gave up on a couple of these people. I'm gonna do reverse phone number, but yeah, I called this white doctor, and she's on the phone trying not to be mean. She's probably like, she thinks she is, and she was trying not to be rude, and she goes, well, medical school is a lot of work. Like she wasn't like, oh no, if that's your path, like she didn't ask it that I took everything but 3 classes, like one psych class. You could have taken, you might have been able to take sociology, choose sociology or psychology, and I didn't take. I needed only 2 OChem and 1 physics. Like she didn't know that I already did everything. Like I already did the right stuff, got my college undergrad degree and all this stuff by retaking a communications class. I took a speech class, and that I was there. There was times that I switched my major, switched fishery wildlife, this and this, and I didn't do well. I did better in like the pre-med track. So to switch back and say I wasted all the time and energy. But yeah, my kids were born, my mother's died, their grandmother's died, and we were homeless, and it was just a big mess. So I had to go back to school because they said, oh, if you took biology and chemistry your first year, you need to retake that because it's been 1 year too long. And then I just went back to school and took the biology again, chemistry again, was the timeline, and then took those 3 classes I told you about. I took more classes, a bunch of recommended classes, statistics. I took the women's study, a bunch of women's studies class. That was just optional because I was on financial aid, so I needed 12 credit hours. I took martial arts, yoga. I was gonna do jiu-jitsu, Brazilian jiu-jitsu, and I didn't do it yet because I don't know, ran out of money. That's what happened. I don't think I took any comm. I like comm communications. So that's where I am right now, is feeling rejected and feeling like I guess this is a check-in. I'm tired, I'm freezing. The biggest thing I missed summer, oh my god, people complained all summer, and I was like, I am inside. You're going in and out, doing vacations, and you're complaining about the heat and the sun, and I want to be out there. Like, you want to switch, like, you come inside and work in an air-conditioned, freezing place while I go outside and actually enjoy summer and go swimming and, like, go fishing and stuff. Like, seriously, like, I'm, like, so mad. It's I will trade you. Come in an air-conditioned place, I will lay outside. I'll sit in cars, I'll drive around, like, just give me sun, give me heat. It's like, I love, like, I don't even think it barely got, like, a couple of times 100 degrees. So that's where I am right now. So my goal right now, sorry, is to actually meet somebody that feels safe. And I I feel heartbroken about these eligible bachelors, like that those type of people could actually choose anyone they want, as if they want like a trophy partner. That I'm not necessarily that type of material. I'm sad because you feel like you have a bond or that they like you, but then you don't know if they're doing the same lines on everybody. So that's where I am with that. Is I told my friend too, I said, these guys could be fake, or they could be players, or they could be married, or they could just be, a fake profile, or someone stole someone's pictures and it's like, ha ha ha, I'm gonna trick this lady and have her think that I'm smart and successful. I'm falling for it. I said, well, these people don't like me, or they're fake. I'm gonna cry about it for a little while, and then I'm gonna have to just get up and just live my life, right? So that, like I shouldn't be afraid to be rejected or be played and cry. If I got hurt or if I met these people in person and something went down or they tried to scam me somehow, that's like if it stops now, like if this other guy is like fake, let it stop now, because the more like my biggest problem is emotional attachment. I don't have a big bond with a lot of people, and I'm like emotionally attached to people that give me attention. That is one of my biggest things. But the thing is, I could smother people. Like I'm too nourishing, like nurturing. Sorry, nourishing, nurturing, and too giving, and I don't take a lot of time for myself. And then you end up like me, like angry and tired, and like your hair like is thinning because you're so stressed and malnourished. You want to give to everybody else, and it's like I sometimes pray like, what if I told this one person, give, take, like it's like a bond where you're not always giving because it's your job, because you're a mother, because you're a volunteer. You're actually like, well, like the people, even something silly like you pick this movie this week, I pick next week. Like go back and forth and have like a mutual agreement. So that's where I am right now. I'm totally being ignored. I could tell, and instinctually, I think it's that nothing's gonna happen because this person was already supposed to be looking for a place for us to meet. They could have easily changed their minds. Um, the benefit of the doubt is to pray and ask God to guide us or guide me. 2 days ago, I said, oh, this person doesn't like me. I felt it in my heart. And now I feel that way again, but I'm trying to use law of attraction. My thing is in my heart that it would be easy for me and not even care. It would be easy for me to be like, it's not about like the food or going out for coffee or having to, it's like, um, it's like, I could sit in a park and talk on a park bench and go walk around the trail. So not on the trail. I don't want to be out. I want to be on a public like sidewalk. Like people have their dogs running in the middle and the kids on the playground. Like not like the trails up here are like actual nature trails. Like I would do that a different time. That's actually one of the things I wanted to do. But my thing isn't about this and that and having to be all like we got to make plans. I don't care. Someone can make plans about me all they want, as long as they follow through and not just saying something. But I wouldn't mind just like, dude, what side of town are you on? What side of town am I on? Let's meet at a Starbucks right in the middle. Who cares? I don't care about my diet right now. I know they have water bottle, whether it's mineral water or not. They have raw juice, and they have freaking like herbal tea that I usually don't drink, but I'd be down for giving it a shot because I can always get it to go and sip on it through the rest of the day, which is like I'm not going to guzzle tea really anyways because then I'm going to have to pee every 5 minutes when I don't have anything to eat, okay? So my biggest thing is if we click, let's talk and meet in person and then see if either of us are like, oh, weird or not weird. But sometimes you can connect on an emotional level without meeting in person, and you might be like, oh, this person's not that attractive. I'm like, look at me, look at my age. I'm not getting any younger. Like, is this person honest and loving and caring? Maybe. So um, that's the lesson for getting towards the end of like getting to be about at the 2 week point, right below 2 weeks, is a lot of rejection. A lot of rejection. A friend of mine's on an app. He was on an app, said he didn't get any likes for months. So as a chick, I think a lot of people were being contacted for a hookup. I'm not going to say because I didn't ask these people. So that's where I am right now, is that like this person that said they didn't get any likes. This person is likable, but I know them on a different level. So like I didn't want to say anything about who they are. Like I don't know. I didn't want to like compliment them. I don't know. It gets weird. It gets weird the way you know people. Because you're like, oh, this person I used to be afraid of, then I liked them, then I got so. Oh wait, didn't that happen with my ex-husband? But no, this person. There's my alarm. It's also a good cue to stop. Yeah, I feel a lot of rejection and a lot of like feeling like I'm being played, and so I'm gonna pray about that, because what that lady and that other lady said to me, and how that other lady was like stuttering, like, it's really hard to go to medical school. It's like impossible. It's like impossible. Well, you did it, Flake. And it's like, I hated this about me. This is right after I left my ex-husband. I was trying to tell my counselors that I need to go back to school because I need to finish these couple classes and all this. So like, no, you're not going to do that. It's like, no, if you want to be like a forklift operator or some job where you get a job and that requires no education. I have education. Why not get a job that requires education in the career that I want? But they banned me from it, possibly because I'm black and wanted to be professional. So what I did, this was the first time I remember saying, oh yeah, I'll show them. Them's fighting words. I'll show them. And I didn't do it for them. I didn't do it to show off. But I said, you won't know. You change your major so many times. You won't know until you try. And even like getting married and having it be messed up, you don't know until you try what is going to happen. If you don't try it or you quit, you'll never know if you reach your goal. So it's like I wanted to shut off this dating website, and I'm like, dude, you'll never know. And like, you don't owe these guys anything. You don't owe anybody anything. You can go in, change your pictures. You can unlike a whole bunch of people, and if you feel something weird in your heart. And the only other thing is, if there's somebody who's 20 something years old, no offense, but are you just looking for a hookup? A, especially if you have all your pictures with a bunch of girls and them hugging all over you. B, girls that are much younger and much more attractive than me. Trust me, I know. I'm not that stupid. B, and not majority of people are more attractive. B, how do you talk to someone like that? Somebody was talking to me and I kind of ended the conversation because I'm like, oh, I'm kind of old. Um, I don't want to talk about my career and my work or this or that. And I feel like talking about that kind of steers people away. Or if they are looking for a sugar mama, they think, oh, well, she's got jobs and a career and she's an entrepreneur. Like, I don't want to be used like that, and or be somebody's booty call, please, or be somebody's fetish fulfillment, peace.